the country whose title I've been so greatly privileged to bear during so much of my life and duty. With Catherine beside him, as will, I know, continue to inspire and lead our national conversation.
Buckingham Palace is buzzing, and not in the way you think. Word on the royal streets is that King Charles, already facing serious health setbacks, just made a jaw-dropping move behind those palace walls. He's reportedly laid down a private royal decree that could catapult Kate Middleton into a powerful new role, one that screams future queen louder than ever. But why now? And what really pushed Charles to make such a bold call? Insiders say it wasn't politics or pressure. It was Kate herself. The Princess of Wales has long been the picture of polished perfection. But beneath the tiaras and polite waves is a woman the public truly connects with. She's not just a royal. She's a loyal wife, a full-time mom, and a public figure who's earned massive respect across the UK. There's arrowness to Kate that even the most cynical royal watchers can't ignore. And then there's her bond with King Charles. Over the years, it's grown way deeper than people realize. It's not for show. One insider spilled he actually trusts her more than some of his own blood. Shared laughs at galas, quick glances at state dinners. It's in those little unscripted moments where the truth slips out. And that truth, Charles sees Kate as the monarchy's next anchor. It all came to a head at a recent engagement where Kate stunned the entire room. Even the most seasoned palace staff were left frozen when she took charge with the kind of elegance and command that you don't fake. It wasn't just that Kate nailed her royal duties like a pro. It was how she did it. She walked into that room and instantly owned it, radiating power and warmth at the same time. No stiff protocol, no over-the-top show, just pure presence. And King Charles, he was watching from the sidelines, eyes welling up. Witnesses say it wasn't just pride. It was something deeper. He saw it clear as day. Kate Middleton wasn't just ready to support the crown. She was ready to wear it. That moment shook the palace. According to insiders, it was right after that powerful appearance that Charles decided to drop the bombshell. A private decree quietly elevating Kate's royal position. This wasn't just ceremonial, it was personal. An obvious indication that Charles is placing a wager on her for the monarchy's future. But make no mistake, this wasn't overnight. For more than 10 years, Kate has been preparing for this moment. Every clothing, smile, and mistake she made was scrutinized by the media from the day she wed Prince William. She never cracked, though. She did more than simply play the game. She changed the course of events. She focused her efforts on early childhood development, mental health, and the arts, rather than seeking headlines. What really makes her unique? Her ability to connect. From elite conferences to children's hospitals, Kate brings the same calm, grounded energy. One biographer, Sarah Langley, said it best. Kate has this amazing gift of making everyone feel seen. That cannot be taught, whether it is a young child holding a flag or a world leader. That's simply her. The timing is the worst part. With King Charles now deep in his 70s and experiencing major health concerns, this wasn't merely a change has been a prominent theme of King Charles's reign. But now, that transition is approaching faster than planned. He's been downsizing the royal roster, pushing eco-programs, and trying to bring the monarchy closer to common people. But with his health difficulties growing harder to hide, he's confronting a painful truth. Now, he needs someone to continue that vision. According to insiders, he has made his decision very obvious. Kate Middleton. To Charles, she's not merely a supporting consort. She serves as a link between traditional royalty and the contemporary world. Someone who can maintain the crown's relevance without compromising tradition. That's why whispers inside the palace are growing louder about a top-secret royal order. One that, according to reports, provides Kate's actual influence behind the scenes rather than just ribbon-cutting and handshakes. We are discussing real authority in making decisions at the palace. So, where did all this start? Let's go back to the turning point. It took place at high-stakes state dinner held in Buckingham Palace. World leaders and VIPs from throughout the globe were in the room. Furthermore, King Charles was too ill to be the main attraction. But guess who took the initiative instead of calling off or downplaying the event? Kate did. People were frozen when she entered with such grace. It was like witnessing history change in real time, according to one insider. She greeted every guest with a charm that disarmed even the stiffest diplomats. Then she gave a speech that was more than just sophisticated. It was audacious, sincere, and very evident. She even conducted high-stakes, quiet diplomatic conversations behind the scenes as if she had been doing it for decades. Royal commentator Emily Hartwell didn't hold back. She referred to it as a leadership masterclass. And she wasn't exaggerating. Prince William stood directly behind Kate, gleaming with joy. But all eyes ended up on King Charles, seated at the head of the table, hardly uttering a word. His expression spoke it all as he observed her. His eyes shimmered with emotion, according to witnesses. He appeared to be a guy who realized his legacy was at last secure. But that one night, that wasn't the beginning. It was the aforementioned. People simply didn't realize how deliberate and persistent Kate's actions had been for years. Remember her role in founding the Earthshot Prize with William? That was more than a side project for the royal family. That was world-class leadership. And let's not forget the gentler moments, like when she visited a hospice in Norfolk. No fake smiles, no press circus, just her listening to patients one-on-one. You can't fake that kind of heart. These weren't publicity gimmicks. Rather, they were hints that Kate was constructing something more significant. And Kate didn't back down when the royal family was encircled by mayhem, family strife, public unrest, you name it. She kept her mouth shut and her chin up while others made news with scandalous interviews or slung shade. That now famous slogan she apparently lives by, keep calm and carry on and carry on. She really did mean it. Behind the scenes, her metamorphosis has been quietly intentional. Insiders claim she's been studying, and not only etiquette, she's been digging deep into statecraft, understanding everything from constitutional law to how the Commonwealth truly runs. According to sources, she has even had secret meetings with Charles, absorbing information like a future leader in training. Checking boxes and posing for photos aren't the only things involved. It's about establishing down solid groundwork for power. Behind Kate's polished exterior lies a rock-solid support structure that's kept her steady from day one. Carol and Michael Middleton, her parents, have been her pillars of support, constantly providing her with a reality check outside the palace. There are no royal customs, just familial support. William is the only person who has been with her, of course, during every storm. Their marriage isn't simply for show. It's a real partnership built on trust, shared values, and a profound understanding of what it means to live under continual spotlight. That connection is what has propelled Kate's ascent and enabled her to confidently enter this new phase. Kate's ability to stay grounded is what truly makes her stand out. Even with royal obligations piling up, she's still showing up as a mom. She's in the kitchen creating birthday cakes. She is attending school functions. Like any other family, she is ensuring that her children are loved and respected. And for that, the public adores her. She may wear a crown, but she still feels like someone you could bump into at the school gate. But come on, there is always drama involved with any royal power grab. And believe me, this one caused a commotion. Charles's covert order. It's had some old school palace insiders murmuring. There are rumors that some traditionalists feel intimidated by Kate's elevation and fear she may depart. There are a few longtime royals in the background. And then there's the timing. Why now? King Charles is still on the throne. Insiders believe this isn't just some ceremonial gesture. It's a deliberate action to secure the monarchy's future. With Prince William firmly fixed as heir, elevating Kate now becomes something much more potent. A regal power combo that feels fresh, modern, and unstoppable. But behind the smiling photographs and glowing headlines, the whispers are growing louder. Is Charles sicker than the palace is letting on? Whatever the cause, the public is following Kate like never before. Clips from her latest appearances are all over social media. People are noticing everything. The confident way she enters a room, how her speech is totally different now, how she's negotiating pressure like it's second nature. These are not little improvements. This is a complete change. Little improvements. This is a complete change. And the moment that truly sent supporters spiraling, it came during a casual visit to a community center in Wales. Cameras showed Kate squatting in the soil with a lot of kids planting flowers. smiling, getting her hands messy. No attendants hovering around her, no gloves. It wasn't staged. It wasn't rigid. It was genuine. And it's precisely that unadulterated human connection that sets her apart. That's queen energy. Don't misunderstand, though. Kate isn't merely acting in a public capacity. She is an active, hands-on mother to George, Charlotte, and Louis at home. She is on the sidelines at their games and at the school gates, ensuring that they lead as normal a life as possible for royal children. However, she is also preparing them behind closed doors, teaching them what kindness and responsibility look like. However, not everyone in the palace is applauding as the public rallies behind Kate. According to sources, there is increasing conflict among certain senior royals, particularly those who have spent decades they were waiting in the wings, but now they feel like they're being ignored. It's starting to look like the Kate Show, a royal assistant allegedly muttered. To be honest, that may not be too far off. According to some sources, this subtle change in power has even taken some people by surprise. Apparently, there was no great meeting, no public declaration, simply minor modifications in routine. Kate's name is now listed first on invitations. Suddenly, she is holding more private meetings with foreign dignitaries, and important charitable endeavors that were previously under the purview of others now inexplicably fall under her purview. One thing is indicated by all the signs. This isn't a test run. With the exception of title, it marks the start of her reign. Behind closed doors, royal staff are reportedly adjusting to a new chain of command. One source close to the palace whispered, when decisions are being made now, they're asking what Kate would want, not what Camilla thinks. That right there, that's a quiet revolution. And while Queen Camilla still holds her position, her influence has noticeably shrunk. She is spending more time away from the spotlight, giving shorter speeches and attending fewer events. It's unclear if that was her decision or the outcome of this new internal power shift. The energy of the palace has altered, though. Now, here's where things really start to get murky. While the public sees Kate rising with grace, insiders say there's a quiet chess game unfolding behind palace doors. Furthermore, not everyone is happy with the way the pieces are moving. There's rumors that Kate's growing prominence is making some of the old guard anxious. The courtiers who formerly had all the authority, they're realizing their roles are dwindling swiftly. Some senior assistants are being reassigned, while others are abruptly removed from important planning sessions. It's like the inner circle is being reconfigured and Kate's fingerprints are all over it. And then there's the Camilla tension. While no one's saying it out loud, numerous royal watchers have remarked how icy things had gotten between the two women. One even claimed that during a recent royal event, Camilla avoided Kate entirely, staying on the opposite end of the venue all night. Nothing is coincidental in the palace, whether it was intentional or just a coincidence. Even Charles's own advisors seem split. Some are totally behind Kate's rise, calling it the smart modern move. Not so much for others. One royal source reportedly warned, this transition is happening too rapidly. It's setting off alarm bells. Another remarked, it's almost like Charles knows something the rest of us don't. Now, royal insiders are starting to whisper something even more intense. Could Kate already be operating as the unofficial queen? One source close to the palace didn't hold back. Charles is fading. Everyone knows it, but no one wants to be the first to say it out loud. And while Buckingham says the king is still firmly in power, everything happening behind the scenes reveals a different picture. Kate isn't simply stepping up. She's being positioned. Consider it. Every significant royal campaign features her face prominently. She's leading high meetings, shaping major charity work, and even influencing international engagements. One political figure in Europe allegedly referred to her as the monarch in waiting, but not waiting long. That's a bold statement and not one that would be thrown around lightly. And let's not forget the public's role in all this. Every action Kate takes is being scrutinized online more than ever. Every smile, every speech, every dress, it's all going viral. The media knows she grabs attention like no other royal right now. And the palace isn't blind to that. They're leaning into it hard. But while she's winning the public, what about the family? Some say William is playing things cool, letting Kate take the lead while he remains steady by her side. Others suspect it's a tactic. They're soft launching her reign without ever stating it outright.